By the time you're watching this video, there is a special research that is available to you when you log in right now that will award you the Pokemon Cosmog. This is a free special research and it's actually pretty easy. I'm going to be talking about how you can complete it in this video, so let's roll the intro and get right into it. Hey, how's it going everyone? It's me, it's Jinsula. I hope you're having a good day and welcome to today's Pokemon GO video. Okay, today we're going to be talking about the Starry Skies special research. This is a special research that's going to be available for free to everyone as long as you log in during the Summer Solstice event. Now, the one interesting thing that Niantic is doing here, which I've already talked about on my channel, is that for $5 you could actually do this special research again. So if you're willing to spend the $5, you can get yourself 2 Cosmog. The cool thing about this research is that there's actually 2 branching paths that you could take. It's essentially going to be the same on each path, but it's going to give you a bit of a different experience. Now, the one thing that's interesting about this Solstice event is that it is actually 2 separate events with 2 different event spawns, and it's all going to depend on if it's daytime outside or if it's nighttime outside. And of course, the 2 branching lines of this special research follows the same theme. There's going to be one branch that's going to be daytime themed and another one that's going to be nighttime themed. So yeah, now let's go over what the special research tasks are. The first step of this special research is pretty straightforward. It's going to ask you to explore 2 kilometers, catch 2 psychic type Pokemon, and catch 10 different species of Pokemon. You're going to get 3 Pokemon rewards for completing these 3 tasks. They include Solasis, Abra, and Gothita. And then finally, once you complete all 3 of these, you will get Wobbuffet, 5 Raspberries, and 7 Stardust. Now, once you complete this first step, you're going to be able to choose between 2 branches. For steps 2, 3, and 4 of this special research, it's all going to depend on which branch you choose. For the daytime research, you're going to be required to catch 20 grass or bug type Pokemon, explore 10 kilometers, and spin 25 Pokestops or gyms for step 2. Now when you complete these 3 steps, you're going to be awarded with 10 Pokeballs, an Inkay encounter, and 10 Pineapple Berries. And then once all 3 tasks are completed, you'll get an encounter with Galarian Slowpoke, 15 Pokeballs, and 78 Stardust. Moving on to step 3, you're going to be required to make 10 curveball throws in a row. That's actually pretty intense. You will also need to catch 50 Pokemon with a weather boost, and then earn 10 candies walking with your buddy. You're going to be awarded with 3,000 Stardust, a Matang encounter, and 15 Great Balls. Now, with this step of the special research, you are going to want to make sure you're walking a buddy with a 1 kilometer candy distance. And that is, of course, going to include Pokemon like Pidgey, Magikarp, Gyarados, different things like that. I highly suggest you have one in the ready because this step could take you a long time if you do not have the right Pokemon as your buddy. Also keep in mind that if you want to complete this special research again for $5, you will want to complete all of these steps as soon as possible. I do not necessarily know if you are able to stack them, so if you want both of these special researches done in a timely manner, then make sure you are not hung up on this one particular task by having a buddy with a short kilometer distance for candy like Magikarp. Once you complete all 3 of these tasks in this step, you will be awarded with a Starmie encounter, a Mossy Lure, and 789 Stardust. Finally, let's move on to step 4, which is going to involve a lot more walking. You're going to be required to hatch 5 eggs, catch 50 psychic type Pokemon, and earn 7,890 Stardust. You're going to be awarded with 3 Silver Pineapple Berries, an encounter with Alakazam, and a Star Piece. And then finally, once you complete all 3 of these tasks, you will get yourself a Cosmog encounter, 20 Ultra Balls, and 7,890 Stardust. Overall, it's pretty straightforward. It's going to involve a lot of catching and a lot of walking, specifically because you will be required to hatch a bunch of eggs and collect candy by walking your buddy Pokemon. So do be ready for that. There's just a lot of things that you have to prepare for with this special research. But yeah, that was the daytime branch of the special research. Next, let's move on to steps 2, 3, and 4 for the nighttime branch. Now, the tasks are going to be completely different from the daytime research. This is going to involve catching Pokemon, but a lot less walking. So if you are not able to go out and walk and collect kilometers, then this is the research branch that you will want to choose. Step 2 is going to require you to catch 20 Ghost or Dark-type Pokemon, take snapshots of 20 different wild Pokemon, and use 30 berries to help catch Pokemon. All of these can be done pretty much in a single location, but do keep in mind that Ghost types and Dark types will only be spawning at nighttime or if there's foggy weather outside. So if you plan to go this branch, then make sure you plan accordingly. Now, the rewards for each of these tasks include 10 Pokeballs, an NK encounter, and 10 Peanut Berries. Pretty much, it's going to be the same reward structure as the daytime research line, so do keep that in mind. You're not really going to be missing out on much if you pick one over the other. Completing all 3 of these tasks in this step is going to give you an encounter with Galarian Slowpoke, 15 regular Pokeballs, and 78 Stardust. Now let's move on to step 3. You're going to be required to make 5 excellent throws, catch 30 different species of Pokemon, and complete 15 field research tasks. This is going to award you with 3,000 Stardust, a Matang encounter, and 15 Great Balls. And when you complete these 3 tasks, you're going to be given a Starmie encounter, a Rainy Lure, and 789 Stardust. Finally, let's move on to step 4. You're going to be required to win 5 raids, catch 50 Psychic-type Pokemon, and earn 7,890 Stardust. You'll be awarded with the same rewards as the daytime research. That includes Silver Pineapple Berries ×3, an Alakazam encounter, and 1 Star Piece. And then finally, once you complete all 3 of these tasks, you're going to be given a Cosmog, 20 Ultra Balls, and 7,890 Stardust. So yeah, these were all of the steps for the Starry Skies special research. I find it very interesting that Niantic is structuring this special research in this way. Depending on your personal playstyle, you can choose either the daytime or the nighttime research line, and it's going to cater to that playstyle, which I actually really like. And again, I think this was a really cool design, but I'm not necessarily sure if a lot of other players will agree with me. Definitely share those thoughts in the comments down below, and let's have a great discussion. And if you ended up enjoying this video and found it to be informative, make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe if it's your first time here, and don't forget that little bell so you can stay up to date on whenever I upload videos. And I want to give a quick shout out to my patrons on Patreon. You make this channel content possible. If you want to support my channel in any way, big or small, then do consider checking out the links in the description below. If you want to remote raid with me, this is the best way you can do it, because for all of my patrons, I add them to my personal in-game friends list, and it is permanent. I'm not going to remove you even if you stop becoming a patron. And yes, I do prioritize my patrons when it comes to remote raid invites. So if you are someone who likes to remote raid, even in the midst of these exorbitant prices for remote raid passes, well, you could join up with me in remote raids. I will invite you if you are online, but it's all going to depend on if you end up on my friends list. And of course, for all my patrons, they end up on my friends list. So yeah. Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I am Jinsula. Be safe, have fun, love yourself, and I'll catch you all later.